Who we got in here? Hope everyone's well. Welcome into my live. Hello, we've got 2 people here. Can you say hello if you're there? Just restarted. So I'm going out to Leeds today, so I don't know. I guess I don't really have much expectations because I'm like, I don't know. Because last time I tried it, didn't even work. I even had someone out to like help me out with it, but then no one was interested. Yeah, welcome back, Zach. So I don't know if this Lewis guy was going to be out today, because he said he would like give me £10 or something. I'm like, well, that would be good if he can actually make it. But it's like, is he just some troll? There's a lot of trolls that come to my chat. And it's like, seems like most of my viewers even might be just trolls. And might just be saying that just to kind of, to try and get my hopes up, just to disappoint me, because I'm like, yeah, I don't know. Just some people can be like, yeah, quite nasty and just like, not very nice people, really just give you like false hope and just to crush it. But it's best to not kind of like be expecting anything, is what I've come to realise. You know, because like you can't control other people. It's like, yeah, you can have, you know, positive intentions and all that kind of stuff, but when it comes to other people, we can't control other people. It's like, well, up to a certain degree maybe, but people, you know, everyone's their own person, so you can't really like, you can't really sort of be relying on other people, and so you can only rely on yourself, is what I've come to realise. Focus on what's, you know, within your own ability, and not be sort of counting on other people. So yeah, make sure you like the live, guys. So when you're counting on other people, then oftentimes it leads to disappointment, because oftentimes they either don't want to bother, or they can't for whatever reason. Maybe they've got certain circumstances. You're better off just relying on yourself. So yeah, it's just as when you add in other people, then it's like it's just a lot of variables that are like, you know, maybe there's things that person has to commit to or whatever, and you can't necessarily rely on them. Sometimes even when people want to help you, they can't. You just have to accept that. It's unfortunate, but just is what it is. Anyway, but good morning to you all. Make sure you like the live. We've got 3 people watching and 0 likes. So if you don't mind, could you just take the time just to get those likes up? Anyway, but yeah, it's just, I don't know. It just kind of sucks when it's like my own father. It's like, I don't know. It's like he just seems to be all like bothered about, because I was out busking and so I was doing some singing, and he was like, and he was saying, oh, someone saw me, and that people were laughing at me. It's like, I don't know, it just kind of sucks to hear that sort of stuff. It's like yeah, so if people are laughing at me, it's like, so instead of like being supportive of what I'm doing, it's like kind of just, you know. So I told him like how much I'd made and all that, but But then it was like, oh, but you have to drag all that heavy thing around on the bus. It's like, it just, I just can't be arsed with like people like that who, it's just like, this is why I just don't even really want to talk to family that much, because it's like I want to do certain things and it's like, it just doesn't seem like they really support it. So I don't really want to talk about my plans, and then the problem is that the less I want to talk about my plans, then the more kind of secretive I'm going to seem. Hello Corey, welcome in, nice to meet you Corey, hope you're having a good day. Make sure you like the live, make sure you share the live, make sure you subscribe if you're new here. So I'm going out to Leeds today, so I'm going to try and do some magic in the street. So see how that goes, but yeah, I don't know if I'm going to be going live doing that, but because the problem is I need to use the Square app on my phone if I'm getting like tips or whatever. I will like, yeah, thank you very much for the like. So whereabouts are you from, Corey? My name's Jamie. I'm in York, England. Just on my way to Leeds at the moment, so gonna just get on a bus and then, yeah, hopefully gonna have a good day out and try and make a bit of money, you know. That's my goal. So just gotta like hope for the best. Yeah. So if I need to get out of the whole thing of like it's like, oh, you know, I don't want to go up to people and try and hassle them, whatever, and I don't know. It's just, I feel like, I think it's just that the problem is that these days it's like no one really wants to go and talk to anybody or whatever, or interact, because it's like they feel like they're just kind of, I don't know, that no one really wants to be bothered with it, and like people become a lot more antisocial, and because they automatically assume that you're trying to get something out of them, and so like people can get defensive, especially in this country. I don't know if it's different in other countries, but it feels like this country especially, because there's this kind of like, you know, kind of knee-jerk reaction when it's like someone's trying to do anything like performing or whatever, or just people aren't really supporting each other that much. They just kind of, if people feel like someone's trying to, you know, do something, like either they're trying to sell something or they're trying to, you know, perform for money or whatever, then they're going to feel like, oh no, leave me alone or something. It's even the same when it comes to things like dating as well, where it's like you could just go and approach somebody and then they can have a bad reaction to it at times, but it all depends on, I guess, how you do it. But it's like people are afraid of that though, because everyone doesn't really want to, most people don't want to socialize like they used to and interact in a personal sort of, like a intimate sort of way, if you know what I mean, like as opposed to like this online kind of behind a screen thing where you're kind of just like protected behind the screen. It's like people are afraid of like not interacting with someone in a kind of intimate setting. I don't know, it's just times have changed, I don't know, but you can't let this kind of stuff be an excuse to not go out and try and meet people and be a performer or whatever you want to do, and try and, you know, sort of put on a show for people, because you're always going to get like negative people, you're always going to get people judging you or whatever, and I mean knee-jerk reactions or whatever, but you have to have the confidence in what you're doing. You have to know that what you're doing is the right thing, even if everyone else thinks you're crazy, even if everyone else is like being all like, why are you doing this, why don't you just get a normal job or whatever. And I don't know, it's just difficult nowadays where it's like people don't want to cooperate anymore. It seems people have become a lot more individualistic. And I think it's good in a way, but I think cooperation is good. But it's like there's been a lot of focus on competition, like trying to compete against each other, and then but it's like no one wants to actually come together for like to help each other out. Like everyone's all like, what's in it for me? But if the thing is, a lot of these people wouldn't help others out if they could get away with it. Like they're all just take, and it's like they'll only give if there's ever anything to gain, but they'll never actually. But they won't give if they don't have to. So it's just people become increasingly more selfish, and I don't know. It's just this generation of people, and I mean, I wouldn't say it's all this generation. It's just like there's part of this generation that just become like increasingly because of isolation and just more focus on yourself and all this kind of stuff. And it's like I know I tell people do that, but it's like I'll say to do that because nobody else really cares. So it's like if you can't beat them, join them. It's like, you know, if people are going to do that and they're just going to be selfish, then you've got to be selfish as well, because these people wouldn't be there for you anyway. So why would you want to care about them anyway? Like, if people don't care about you, then what is the point? Because maybe it's good to have that, you know, mentality of, well, what's in it for me then? Because if you're not going to offer anything to me, then why should I waste my time on you? Even if it's just a thank you or something, at least then it shows some appreciation. Otherwise, I'm just wasting my fucking time. You know, just even, for example, you could be, you know, having manners and just trying to, for example, you know, like, for example, just like holding doors or something like that, and just doing polite things. And oftentimes people won't even say thank you or anything, or a nod or anything like that. You know, it's just what is wrong with people? Yeah, it's just people are becoming increasingly rude, bad-mannered, and so why should I care? You know, maybe I should just stop caring and just like, yeah. So when I just like go through a door, I'll just I'll not bother to hold it. Yeah, I'll just, yeah. Why bother? Why the fuck bother? But yeah, I don't know. But then again, it's like there is people who do appreciate it, so it's one of those things that's like it's kind of a gamble, I guess. Sometimes people receive things well, and then sometimes people don't. And it's like you shouldn't be like spiteful and just like be completely selfish just because some people are, I guess. So maybe it's not a good idea just to be completely selfish. Because there is always good people in the world, so I don't know. Just kind of like rambling my thoughts right now, but you know, sometimes I'll change my mind mid-sentence or something. It's like, but yeah, I mean, England, yeah. Where are you at? You still there? Sorry, I was just kind of having a rant, really, but I don't know. It's just sad to see how things are now. And I don't want to think like that. It's just, I'm a realist. You know, I see things how they are. I'm not an optimist, I'm not a pessimist, I'm a realist. It's like, I'm not going to be delusional and think things are better than what they are. Hello Juliet, welcome in, make sure you subscribe if you haven't already. So apparently, right, the average wage, I've heard different numbers. Some are saying it's up to about £37,000 a year. And I'm like, really? Is that the UK? I mean, 37 grand a year, how many people are actually making that? Does anyone know anyone that's making that? I don't know. And there's definitely people out there that are making that. But that's apparently the average wage. Is that, for people who work, or is that everybody? Because I know some people don't even hardly have any money at all, they're unemployed or whatever. So is that, I don't know. So the problem is that statistics can be heavily skewed. What I've come to realise is that you can easily lie with statistics depending on how you present them. Like, because, for example, like certain drugs get promoted based on certain statistics on relative risk reduction, but they don't tell you the absolute risk reduction, and they also don't tell you about the dangers associated with it. So then people are misled into buying things or just getting certain treatments that really they shouldn't be getting in a lot of cases. But it's like, when you hear stuff on average salary, it's like, is it just some kind of gaslighting that they're doing? Because we know how easily they can lie about statistics. I mean, well, for a start, that's before any taxes. So what would be the actual wage after tax? Yeah, America's even worse, isn't it? Depending on where you are, I don't know. It's like, how are you supposed to get to America? You would need a visa, and you can't go through all sorts of rigmarole, and I can't even be asked with America. It's just a fucking crazy. It's even more divided than here. It's like fucking shit show over there. Yeah, they might get paid more, but they've also got to pay more taxes. They paying something like 40% of the wages in tax. So the actual purchasing power of the money is probably not anymore. It's like, yeah, you get paid more, but then the rent's higher, the cost of living's higher. It's just, I've heard in some of these states it's crazy. Like, in some states it is cheaper, but then they probably get paid less in those states. So I don't think it's like, if you live in London, it's like, yeah, you get paid a lot more, but the cost of living's also a lot more. Unless you're lucky and you get to one of the high positions, then you can get paid a really good amount. But I've heard in London the average rent is something like £2,500 a month. Think about that. 2,500 a month. That's the average. I think it's similar in parts of America, like in California or somewhere like that. So what's the point? Unless you're earning over 10k a month, it's not even worth it. Because in order to get rent somewhere, you have to be earning something like 2.5 times the rent. Well, it's just I hear a lot of people saying that a lot of things are way more expensive in America. And a lot of people are struggling over there just as much as we are. So I'm like, what's the point? And it's like, I'd have to go through loads of bullshit to get there. I don't know, it's just, there's a lot of crazy shit going on in America. The storms are a lot worse. But they have a lot of if you're not in a hurricane zone, you're in a fucking drought zone or tornado zone. There's always some kind of crazy weather going on there. It's not that bad here, so it's one good thing about here. It's I don't have a wife, no. It's like all the culture over there is just chaotic. It's just I don't want to live there. I mean, I'd go for a holiday, I guess, but yeah. But it's like the weather over there is just so unstable, and like, I don't know. I'd probably, if I went to live there, I'd have to probably evacuate whenever there's some kind of chaos going on or something. Why would I want to live I don't know. I want to just travel. I'm planning to maybe just travel and just like, maybe I'll just end up going somewhat 29, why? Well, it's just like everywhere's got its problems, is what I've come to realise. People are like, oh yeah, move to America, but then, I don't know, why would I want to go there? And how would I even be able to do that? Like, it's not even possible at the moment anyway. I'd have to have an income for a start to get a visa that's actually one that's actually kind of sustainable. I don't know. I couldn't just say, oh, I'm going to go and do street performing or something. But I am kind of sick of this country, to be honest. It's absolutely fucking miserable. Weather's fucking miserable most of the time. It's like, yeah, it's alright today, but it's kind of... people are just miserable. Yeah. I mean, like, how am I going to get an American wife, though? Like, how is that even going to happen? So you're saying if I got married, I could just get a visa that way, but... I was thinking like Southeast Asia if I had to, but maybe that would be easier, but then you have to deal with a lot of shit there. I don't know. There's like wherever you go there's problems. It's like there's no like utopia, is there? There's no perfect place. There's always going to be some problems. You have to weigh up whether it's worth it. I don't know. I just don't know, really. It seems to get a bit of a... like, no matter where you go, what you do, it's just... ultimately, there's always going to be something that goes wrong, it feels. The country which can't take care of their kids, lol, what can they do? What are you saying? What are you on about? What's the... I've got like 10 minutes to wait. So, I don't know. Hope everyone's doing well anyway. I just don't really know what to do, really. I'm just kind of like... yeah. I would like to at some point settle down and maybe even have a family, but... I don't know. This country's just kind of... it's kind of bleak. Oh, you're on about the USA? Yeah. It's like you'll get these like patriotic types who'll try and be like so kind of proud of their country, but everywhere's got its own problems. A lot of people don't want to admit it a lot of the time, but because I think that's the problem when you get too patriotic, you kind of overlook the country's problems and then... or you'll try and blame the problems on some other race or something. It's like, that's not really the root of it. So, I don't know, I'm just, yeah, I don't know, but I'm going to just try and see how this goes today. I don't really have my hopes up much, it's just, we'll see. I don't know, I'm going to get off here in a couple of minutes, but... yeah. It's just that if people were a bit more like cooperative and more kind of interactive with each other, then things would be a lot better, I think, overall. But because people, I think maybe because people become too selfish, then we end up with a lot less productivity, and it's all about what can I get out of it, but then yeah, I mean, like, But like I said, it's like, you know, you should get something out of it. If you put the work in, you should get something out. You know, if you put, for an input, there should be an output. Like, if you invest energy into something, there should be some return on that. Americans in the suburbs get paid loads, mate. Well, the suburbs is just like kind of, they're like quite kind of way out. Like the way that they design their cities in America are like really, like it's just like, yeah, they have these really like, you know, it could be like 10 miles out from like the city kind of thing. So unless you drive or something, then it's not really viable. So I don't drive, so I don't even have that. I don't want to be having to drive around everywhere, and yeah. Okay, but what's your point? Like, there's a lot of people struggling in America too. So it's just trying to like kind of, it's like there is cheap houses here, but like they're usually quite rough. But like, how much is a house? So how much is it then? If you're talking about cheap houses, then how much are you talking? Like in dollars, and how much are the wages on average? I mean, I've heard people saying like they're getting about what, $50,000 or $60,000 a year, but then like I said though, it's about probably, we would probably get about 80% in say pounds, let's say. So let's say it'd be like, when you convert the currency, it's about probably 40 something, between 45 to 50k, let's say. So then, but like I said, there's more taxes in America. It's almost twice as much as what we have. Yeah, there's that whole thing of like the American justice system, and a lot of complaints about that, really. You can get a mansion for $200,000 an hour away from Chicago. I mean, like, where's your kind of like, can you actually like, I don't know, I'd have to like actually look into that, because that sounds like too good to be true. I mean, you could expect that in say somewhere like Romania or somewhere like that. I've seen, you know, you can get really cheap houses over there. Like, you can get a mansion for like 200k in Romania, Bulgaria, somewhere like that. But not in, I don't know, you definitely wouldn't be able to get that here. So yeah, it's like 200k. So like, so if that was the case, why isn't everyone living in mansions then? Like, if you can easily get a mansion for that much, then I don't know. It'd be so easy. They could literally have like families in them, and they could all like split the, you know, kind of costs and all that. And I mean, if that's the case, you could probably just get a few people together and like split up the costs. You could literally just have like a, I don't know. But I don't know, it's like, is there some kind of catch to it? But like I said, it's just, you know, like, how would you get around and stuff? Anyway, I'm gonna get going. I'll be back on later. Bye.